Hi, this is Dena with Left Lane Finds and welcome back to my channel. I am out sourcing today and I'm going to be hitting up a Salvation Army in Lincoln Park. Let's go see what I can find to flip for a profit. Right away on an end cap, I find these adorable salt and pepper shakers, but giant crack. And so starts things I don't buy at a thrift store. Next up, I found this candlestick holder. It was beautiful with the black, the gold trim, the sunflowers. It was made in the Ukraine. And as I turn it around here, it is signed and it says 1999 on it, making it vintage. But for $8.99, I had to put it back on the shelf. On that same shelf, I saw this adorable wall hang. It says, "In everything, give thanks." It was so well made, but I wasn't sure if I could flip it for a profit. It was signed, and it was only $1.99. But in the end, I decided to put it back on the shelf. This caught my eye even though it was laying face down. It was definitely embroidery. I just love the birds on it. It was so pretty. But in looking over the piece, and this is one I would normally pick up, it was stained and I just didn't want to try to figure out how to clean it up. It was adorable though. This pair of fun cat figurines caught my eye. Trying to figure out how much they cost, and I could not get my camera to focus to tell you guys. I think it said $6.99. I saw this vintage lady in a really neat looking frame. I just love the colors of it. It is signed. It was stamped with the label Windsor on the back, but then I started noticing it seems to have some sort of water damage to it. And I wasn't sure if this was the original frame. Look what I found in the vase aisle. These are Hazel Atlas. They are vintage. They wanted $2.99 for each of them. I just love that bright green. Bright green and cobalt blue always catches my eye. I was really debating about these. There's no marking on the bottom, but I did look them up and they are Hazel Atlas. As I moved down the aisle, I saw another one in that bright green color. This one had a fluted top. I decided to put it down with these because it is also Hazel Atlas. They sell for roughly $10 a piece, but I decided not to get them. And here's another bright green piece for $2.99. As I'm flipping it over, I'm like, oh, it's clear on the bottom. So I'm not sure if this is anything special. As I'm slowly moving down this shelf, some more green Hazel Atlas vases. These are the mini ones. Tan tags were 50% off. They had some gold loss. Otherwise, I think I would have bought these. I wanted to take a better look at this tall floral vase. It was really pretty. It was unmarked. They wanted $3.99 for it. Just too much for not knowing what it was. I always like looking in the linens, and this says $11.99 for 4 pair. With those orange and brown colors, it was definitely rocking that 70s vibe. I've been on the lookout for one of these ever since I saw it at a party. Here I am testing to make sure that it works. Let's just gently touch it. Yes, it is getting hot. So excited. I have a whole bunch of vintage fondue forks. It'll go perfect with it. Finally have my first item going in the cart. However, as I was putting it in the cart, I accidentally touched the side of it and burnt my hand a little bit. This rooster caught my eye because he had glitter all over him. Oh, and there's another one. There was two. Who doesn't need a glitter rooster? My favorite color, vintage cobalt blue. It said 2 for $6.99. However, as I was putting the lid down, I noticed there is a big chip out of the lid, and this is a lidded pie dish. I just love all the flowers in this basket. As I turn it around, it is to hold a tea light, and it was made by Party Light for $6.99. However, these do not sell very well. So pretty, but just another item to stay on the shelf. I just love the dainty flowers on this matching set. This had 2 for $5.99. They're both serving dishes, and I love the texture of the border around each of them. Made by Mikasa, called Margot. Fine ivory, it says. Made in Japan, they're definitely vintage. Here I am looking at the wall of mugs. Definitely scanning to see if I see any vintage or unique or weird. I just did a video talking about that some mugs can sell from $200 to a whole way up to almost $1,400. I spied these soup mugs down here. I love mushroom soup, and right there's the recipe. Tan tags were 50% off, but I did leave it behind. They had a lot of mugs to look at. I'm just scanning along here. I spied this one, which looks vintage. It is vintage, but I didn't like that it was monogrammed with a letter. These pretty pastel mugs also caught my eye, especially like the two green ones, $2.99 each, but made in China. They're modern. I wanted to see if these were possibly Culver glasses. They wanted $2.99 for it. I just love the holly berries. Great for Christmas. I'm looking, and it has an L on the bottom, so these are actually Libby. I did comp these out in the store, and at that price, I just can't make enough profit on them. If they had been marked down or half price, I might have picked them up. Aren't these adorable little glasses? They wanted $2.99 each for them. I just love the little white teddy bears on them. I'm trying to get a good angle so you guys can actually see the little L on the bottom. These are made by Libby. Just so cute. Ever get the feeling that something's watching you? Look at those eyes. I just love these little turkeys, especially this brown one, but he is all chipped up. I really wanted him, but he's going to have to stay on the shelf. I liked this one, but not as much as the brown one. It didn't have a price, so I left it on the shelf. Look what I found. I definitely had to put them together onto the same shelf. I'm starting to see weird eyes all over the place with the figurines. Is it just me, or are those eyes also weird? I am back in the car. I hope you guys enjoyed that thrift with me. As you could tell, there are plenty of things that I don't buy and I leave at the thrift store for lots of reasons. And that happens more than you think. For every, little clip that you guys see, there is probably, 10, 15 clips that you will never see because it's just items that we're passing up or I'm passing up, to flip for resale. Of course, if you guys saw anything on the shelf that I missed, let me know in the comments. There's always times where I'm like, I'm not sure about this item. And, even if I comp it out, I'm still not sure. I don't always comp out everything in the store, but I try to when I'm not sure about it and I might be tempted to buy it. Some things did make it into my cart. I only showed you one item, but I am going to have a haul video. That will be the next video out after this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe.